How is it going today, Loyalists? My name is Dwayne.
My name's Jazz.
We're Dwayne and Jazz. Today we have for you 10 anime moments that made us feel awkward by Screen Rant.
I don't think anything. No, Prison School made me feel awkward.
Not awkward. It made me laugh.
No. Some. It was funny, but it was some parts in there.
Really? Talk about that.
Okay.
I'm curious now. If you guys have any extra requests, please follow us on all our social media and the link in the description below. And don't forget to
subscribe.
Slap on in.
Anime is a Japanese form of animation that's generally characterized by its colorful graphics, vibrant characters, and fantastical themes. It's known for its weirdness, which can often result in some fairly awkward moments.
Hey, the weirder the meat, the better the taste.
And that's what this video is all about. Take a look at these anime moments that made viewers feel awkward.
Don't say that.
Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. It's the best way to keep up to date with all of our great new videos. And before we start, can you tell us which one this is just by looking at these emoji? Stick around until the end of the video to find out if you guessed correctly.
6.
Times 2.
Number 6. This first awkward moment comes from the Number 6 anime, which was based on a 9-volume novel series of the same name. It involved the characters Safu and Shion, with Safu attempting to fornicate with Shion in the most awkward way possible. She told him she wanted his sperm, then was even more direct when she said, "I want to have sex," before demanding they did the deed right now. Shion's response throughout the exchange was extremely awkward. He clearly just wanted to be friends with her, which made a lot more sense when he turned out to be gay and kissed Nazumi.
Ooh.
Oh, wow, okay.
Okay.
Watamote. Watamote, which is also known by the much longer title, No Matter How I Look at It, It's You Guys' Fault I'm Not Popular, is all about 15-year-old Tomoko Kuroki, who's something of an unsociable loner, which was epitomized in this awkward scene. She was caught by her mother listening to the embarrassing dialogue from a video she had spliced together. She took off her headphones as her mother barged into her room, but they weren't plugged into the right socket and her mother heard everything. We're sure that many people living with their parents in the modern age can relate to this one.
No, that never happened.
Yeah.
Tsuriduri Children. This scene from the brand new anime series Tsuriduri Children saw Chiaki Ukimura getting intimate with Kana Ijima. Chiaki was extremely inexperienced, and the awkwardness of the situation was emphasized by his inner thoughts being expressed out loud. He worried if his lips were chapped, if his breath smelled, if he was sweaty, if he was wearing nice underwear, if he'd let out a fart, and about the fact that he hadn't plucked his nipple hair. He then panicked and made the excuse that he needed to poop. Classy. What's more, when Kana removed her top, he covered his eyes and ruined everything. Definitely awkward.
Oh my lord.
New game. This awkward moment occurred in the new game anime, when character designer Aoba Tsukikaze walked into the Evil Jump Games company to see if Kuyagami had stayed the night in there, which she had been known to do previously. When Aoba walked in there, she found Ku half-dressed, lying with fellow worker Rin Toyoma having tried out a rather unique style of sleeping. Aoba was extremely embarrassed by her discovery, and it all got very awkward when Rin attempted to explain that the situation wasn't what it looked like. Although Ku seemed to find the whole thing very funny. To love-rue.
Why are all
This
these
awkward
like
moment
romantic?
occurred in the To Love-rue anime when Rito Yuki was in Yui Kotegawa's bedroom. As two young school friends of opposing genders, the pair were very uncomfortable being alone together for the first time. Rito attempted some small talk about cats that resulted in an extremely nervous Yui going crazy at him. As a result, they fell awkwardly onto the bedroom floor together, with Rito's hand accidentally ending up on her bosom. To make matters worse, Yui's older brother Yu walked in to bring them coffee at that exact moment. And he obviously misinterpreted what was going on.
He saw the hand on the...
Oh, come on, what'd you do that for?
Sword Art Online.
Is that Sword Art?
Everybody's quite trash about Sword Art. I don't know why. I like Sword Art.
The gaming anime Sword Art Online. When Asuna came flying out of a teleport gate, she landed on Kurito, who was standing waiting for her and getting bored. Her bosom landed in his hand and he awkwardly squeezed it for a while, wondering what it was and describing it as squishy. That is until she finally threw him off and he smashed into a stone pillar. At that point he realized what he'd had a hold of, and he looked pretty embarrassed about the whole thing.
You would have been proud. You would have been like, yes.
It's my boy. It's like, nah.
Death Parade.
That sounds cool.
That sounds
Madhouse?
very cool. Oh, I need to watch this
film
now.
Death Billiards, depicted a game of Twister that soon became quite awkward for one of its players. Harada and Mayu Arita were the two players in question, and Mayu absolutely loved every second of it, given that Harada was one of her boy band idols. Her inner monologue acknowledged that she loved how he smelt and suggested she could stay in one of the positions forever. Harada, however, was less than impressed when he awkwardly found himself with his head between her spread eagle legs, especially given that she was wearing a skirt.
Death Parade, we gotta watch that.
Death Parade sounds like something.
Because Madhouse makes amazing.
This awkward and frankly rather creepy scene comes from the Ero Manga Sensei anime series. Masamune Izumi and Sagiri Izumi are foster brother and sister. Masamune is in love with Sagiri, but he holds back his feelings because they're siblings. In this scene, Masamune touched Sagiri's head, prompting her to tell him to stop. When she followed that by telling him to go and sit down, he misheard and got very excited when he thought she said, "Touch me there," prompting her to get understandably angry. Soon after, in the same scene, Sagiri hit Masamune when he got too close to her, but that didn't stop him from staring at her rear just seconds later.
That is so wrong.
Demon King Daimo.
What is this?
This awkward moment in Demon King Daimo, which is also known as Ichiban Ushiro no Daimo, stemmed from the fact that one of the characters involved wasn't human. Koroni, an almost emotionless Lyridan android, didn't fully understand human ways. Asked Akuto Sai why humans are so fascinated with the size of the male appendage. After he awkwardly attempted to answer her, she blurted out a request to take a look at his, so that she could compare it to those of other men going forward. That was a request he really wasn't comfortable with at all. Food Wars. This awkward moment in Food Wars occurred shortly after Takumi Aldini gave a badass speech and challenged Somara Yukihara to a Shokugeki, otherwise known as a food war, and promised to crush him when it took place. After walking away, Takumi soon found that he would have to sit next to Soma on the bus, which completely negated the effect of his challenge and made him feel incredibly embarrassed. And Soma took the opportunity to rub salt in his wounds, you know, just to make matters worse. It was the equivalent of telling someone just how amazing you are and then walking into a post right after. Awkward. And that brings us to the end of the video.
Wow.
Did you enjoy it? Can you think of any other awkward anime moments?
Death Parade.
Death Parade sounds like
and Food Wars.
If it's where I think it's gonna sound like Death Parade, death should be in it. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
So what was so awkward about prison school? Now you gotta. I loved prison school. If you guys haven't seen that, go ahead and watch that.
Do you remember that scene when they were like underneath something? It was like the main character and the girl with the blonde hair. She kind of like had like a little bob. Her hair stopped right here, and then they were underneath something, and they were hiding because like if someone had came in the room, and if they found them like on top of each other, but they weren't doing anything, and then like remember that scene?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was so awkward about that? I mean, just,
because it looked like they was funny. No, it looked like they was like about to like fulfill the act, and then she like I think she peed on him or something like that.
I can't remember. I haven't seen it. I don't know. It was fun. Watch that.
It was, oh my god.
Beware. Okay, beware of that anime. It
is very well. There's two versions you can see of that. You can either see the uncensored version.
Yeah.
You can see the censored version.
I prefer that one. I prefer the sub because the sub took out the dub took out some words and replaced it.
Yeah, the dub took out a lot of words, so you might as well see the sub
version is better, uncut. Yeah. But
but
anyway, guys, you prepared
to see some stuff.
Yeah, please comment below. Tell us some animes that are cool. Give us some. Get some good animes to watch. I know we're watching Black Clover.
Some good like action-packed ones.
Black Clover, Baruto.
Black Clover is good. We just have to see the dub because I can't stand it.
Oh, sub.
His voice in sub sucks.
No.
He's like
No. Anyway, guys, please comment below.
Don't forget to like and share.